Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is your, for the rest of 2022 love reading, and we are going to take a look and see what is going on in your general energies in this first position here. In your next row, we are going to look and see, what are we doing? Oh, their current feelings for you. So this could be a person that you are dealing with or have dealt with, or, you know, a new person that's coming in. Next, we're going to see who is coming towards you, and this could be new, old, whatever. We're just going to see what comes up. Definitely could be a new person coming in for some of you. The interesting thing is, I feel like it's someone who's much more clear. You have the Seven of Cups here, but I'm actually getting clarity. I'm not getting confusion. And then in your last row, we are going to look and see if there's anything unexpected. Marriage and also divine counterparts. Are you kidding? Definitely a good love reading for you here. There's like a little bit of stuff here, but I don't know. I kind of, for some of you, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say this. I don't like to put things like this out there, right? But I would be very careful if you have any like stalkers, you know, I don't know, if like you're online, if you're like on YouTube or something and you have like weirdos or something, I don't know. I don't know what you can do about this, but I feel like for some of you, you could have someone who's trying to mess up your relationship. So maybe if you have a relationship and you're in the public eye, maybe you want to do something to protect it or something here. I don't know, it's just popping into my head here, so I'm going to say it. In your first position here, you have this long distance card. So some of you obviously could be dealing with a long distance connection here with this energy. I do feel for some of you, definitely you have the Two of Pentacles as well, which could be long distance. That's a little bit of a reach, but it can be. You have the Eight of Wands as well. So you could be meeting a person where it starts out as communication. You also have this Anchor card as well, which is like another card that kind of represents a boat. So for some of you, there could be something long distance. You have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords and Five of Swords. It's like good, bad. So I don't know what's going on here with this Three of Swords and Five of Swords. Again, you could have like a scorned lover from your past trying to mess up a new relationship. So I would be very careful of like how public you are with your connection, you know, especially with this next row here. You know, and you have the Six of Cups, you have this Wrath card. So like someone from the past trying to mess up a new connection. So maybe you need to block someone or something along those lines, especially if you're getting into something new or if you already are in something new. This could be like a connection that you really want to protect. And that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting here. It's just popping into my head. I don't know. That may make sense to some of you. But look, there's like a new offer coming in for you after a heartbreak. That's kind of what I feel here. I kind of feel this is happening very quickly as well. So some of you could be like moving in with a person very quickly, or maybe you just met this person very quickly after a breakup. And again, we see that here as well with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like a quick success or a quick conclusion. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like saying you probably met someone recently very quickly, or you could have met someone very quickly with this Eight of Wands. I would also be very clear at this time with this card. You have this right here. You have the Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups. Eight of Wands was traditionally the arrows of love, meaning that we're always telling the universe what we want, and the universe is responding. And the Two of Pentacles is kind of like juggling, having a choice between two things. And that Seven of Cups, I feel, is clarity. I feel for those of you that have recently gotten out of something, I would be clear about what you want, past or future, new person. Judging by this reading, not telling you what to do, as I always say, but, you know, I would pick the new person because... And I would just cut out the old with this energy because that's what the reading is saying. It's basically saying, Page of Pentacles, there's a new person coming in. A past person's very upset maybe, but I feel like they had their chance. They blew it. So there you go. Let's see. I'm clarifying this with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, by the way. With the Eight of Wands, you have this decision card. Again, I feel like someone made a decision in a situation. I kind of feel like it's your person. Maybe they left you, or maybe they just didn't come towards you just in general, right? Maybe they didn't make moves towards you, or kind of maybe you were hoping to solidify things and a past person didn't make things solid, plain and simple. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have this Quarrels card, like fighting. So I feel for some of you could have been dealing with a person who was always causing fights towards the end, I'm getting as well. So if you recently went through a breakup, I feel like things were actually maybe fine for the most part, but towards the end of the connection, maybe the last few months or maybe the last year or so, depending on how long you were with this person. Maybe they started creating arguments, maybe on purpose, right? Maybe you don't realize it, but maybe now you do, right? So I kind of feel like some of you could have been dealing with a person like that. And with the Five of Swords and Three of Swords, you have the caution card. I'm telling you right now, I said this again, I don't like to put these warning readings out there. Number one, I feel like they're a little bit clickbaity, but I also don't think life is that dramatic usually. Sometimes it is, but it's pretty rare when you think about it. And sorry, I'm trying to get it to go over here. But, you know, what I would say is I would protect something at all cost, especially if you're getting something new, and especially if you've had problems with a person in the past. You know, I would do whatever you can to kind of like block this out. Doesn't look like a big deal to me, but, you know, again, sometimes when people get like this right here in your next row for their current feelings towards you, you have this wrath card. It's like someone wants to give you their wrath, right? And I do feel this could be a past person. So I would be very careful. I feel like this person's very possessive. So again, if this story is for you, I feel like you were dealing with a possessive person. They could have been juggling, but it's like they like to juggle, but they also want to have you. I don't know, confused person or something going on here. Or maybe, I don't know, they just could have a lot of issues. But, you know, like I said, maybe you want to block this person. You have the Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Hermit. This is the funny thing, is that, you know, even though they could be angry at this moment, again, it's going to be different for all of you. This person might not do anything. So again, like I said, I don't like putting these warning readings out there because, you know, it gets people worried over nothing. So I want to stress that tarot is loose advice at best, right? It should be taken with a grain of salt. And I do this for a living, basically. So there you go. But what I would say here is I feel like this person could be in hermit mode, and they're not saying anything, but they're just sitting there and stewing. So I feel like you could be dealing with a past person who is stewing. I also feel like, again, this person could have juggled you with the Two of Pentacles, and I feel like your decision is simple. I feel you need to get clarity on what you truly want. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in this diagonal basically says you need to focus exactly on what you want and cut out the crap, because that's what you're going to get, is the stuff you want, if that's what you focus on. The Two of Pentacles, I also feel a little indecision here, where you could be kind of going back and forth saying, like, do I want that past person? Do I want a new person? I feel like this person has anger issues. Even you might be saying they're not angry, but maybe it's the way that they kind of express their anger, right? Maybe you don't realize it. Maybe you don't realize what the way that they express themselves is anger, even though it might not seem like it, right? They could be passive aggressive or whatever. So I would be careful of this past person. I would also be protective of a new soulmate. I do feel like you are protected. You know, these children are in a courtyard. There's a guard that is guarding them right here. And so they are protected from things. So I do feel like your new connection is protected, but I would just do whatever you can to make sure it's protected as well. I kind of feel like that is talking about a new soulmate. I don't think it's necessarily, I think it's like a clue to the past, but I feel it's mostly talking about a new person. This is why I say that, by the way. Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles to the Fool. To me, that represents a new person, clearly, and taking a risk for a new beginning, plain and simple. So there you go. People always ask me why I don't read reversals, and that's why I read holistically. I take everything into account. I don't need reversals, plain and simple. And again, to the people that keep saying that, asking why I don't as well, it's like I do. If you pay attention, I give reverse meanings quite frequently, actually, but they're just not in reverse, right? You have to use your imagination. With the Six of Cups, you have this publicity card. Are you kidding me? I literally said at the beginning of the reading, if you're in the public eye or something like that, I would be careful, right? So you might not want to be shouting it from the rooftops. Even if you're not in the public eye, doesn't matter to me. I would say if you're getting into a new connection, I wouldn't necessarily be shouting it from the rooftops, spreading it all over the place, because, you know, there could be like a jealous person around you or something. I feel like this will cool off, of course, but just for right now, I would keep it kind of like under wraps. I also feel like you could be attracting a person who gets a lot of attention as well. And they might, here's the thing, is they might want to do this to you. You know, if you are attracting a person who gets a lot of attention, they might be saying to you, like, hey, I don't want to, you know, I have some issues that don't involve you, and I want to keep this under wraps. So there you go. Look at this. You cannot make this stuff up, Leo. With the Two of Pentacles, you have this protection card. So I kind of feel like you are protected, or you are protecting this new thing. Again, there's like a baby here with two people or whatever. So it's almost like it's brand spanking new, this connection. For some of you, it could be like a few months old or something like that, but I do feel it is being protected. Because again, you're probably divine counterparts, King and Queen of Wands. With the Hermit, you have this choice card. The choice is simple, Leo, to let go of the past. This person has issues, is what I would say to you. This strikes me as the type of person who eventually will explode, is what I would say here. It's like, you know, you know, it's just kind of giving me nice guy vibes. I don't know if you've ever dealt with someone, and again, I'm not saying people shouldn't be nice, right? But what I am saying is it's like there are those people, and it could be a girl, nice guy, whatever. It could be any gender, doesn't matter. But it's like people who are nice, who are always sacrificing their own needs in relationships, you know, eventually they explode. Eventually they lose their mind, and they're not actually nice. You know, sacrificing yourself it does not make you nice, right? It's actually kind of creepy and manipulative when you think about it, when someone is not also trying to get something that they want, right? That's my problem with being nice in the first place. When you're nice, it's like you don't get anything you want. And you're also being manipulative because you're trying to manipulate people to like you. And I feel like and I'm not saying you, I'm saying this past person, maybe they were like that. Maybe they did things maybe they were always trying to please you, or maybe they weren't looking out for themselves in certain situations. Maybe that's something you noticed. And I'm definitely picking that up here in this row. Next, what are we doing? Who's coming towards you? You have this anchor card. It says stability and security. There you go. Someone who's stable, someone who's secure. I do also feel, again, anchor. So it could be a person coming in from a distance, or, you know, something along those lines here, Leo. I feel like it's a good person. For some of you, I am getting like a foreign, you know, someone from maybe like another country. So you could be attracting a person who speaks a different language, or, you know, maybe English or whatever isn't their first language. So that could be a clue for you as well. But other than that, I feel just a stable person. You have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. I do feel that you could be attracting someone who is very attractive, obviously. I feel like you find each other attractive because you have the King and Queen of Wands together. So it's like you won't be able to keep your hands off each other here, Leo. I definitely like that. Could be another fire sign. Could also be an earth sign as well. You have a lot of earth, I'm noticing, just in this reading in general. You have pretty much everything here. I mean, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Aries. So you have basically everything here. It could be any sign, doesn't really matter. But again, I feel like you're both very attracted to each other, just plain and simple. I feel like this is instant attraction. You'll see this person, you'll be attracted to them. And again, it doesn't matter what gender they are. They're just showing up as a Queen of Wands in this position, but again, it could be any gender. I do feel like they're very bold, assertive. I feel like they're a go-getter as well with this energy. I also feel like they're like a lifelong student with the Page of Pentacles, definitely popping into my head. So I feel like this person like has something that they're always learning about, probably multiple things, honestly. And that, again, could be a clue as to who this person is if you don't know who they are already. For some of you, I feel like you already know who this person is. But if you don't, I feel like this person has like a lot of hobbies. I feel like they will also want to do things outside of you, which is great, right? It's like, to me, that's what we should be attracting. We shouldn't be attracting people who just like want to be with us and that's it, right? To me, boring. You have nothing to talk about, and after a certain amount of time, and again, a little bit creepy. So again, I feel like this person isn't going to be hanging off your hip, right? Isn't always going to be in your life. And I feel like they have their own things that they do, which makes them more interesting. And I feel like it allows you to do things that you're interested in as well. Feels like a very healthy individual, actually, is what I'm getting here. Probably, out of all the readings I've done, which is almost all of them, probably the healthiest person to show up in a reading, honestly, out of all of these. So, you know, very healthy person. And like I said, I feel like they could be a little nerdy. It's 10-10, by the way, here, Leo. So I feel like this person is, can you see that? Is it going to focus? There you go, 10-10. So I feel that this person, sorry, I need my timer now, too. I'm just messing everything up today, Leo, but I feel like this person is very focused, unlike me. I feel like they're very driven. And again, they probably have a lot of hobbies as well. Seven of Cups, many, many interests that they have in their life. I also feel like this person knows exactly what they want. Just like I said at the beginning of the reading, when I put the Seven of Cups down, I like the Seven of Cups personally, but sometimes I go back and forth on it. Sometimes I feel like it's confusing. Sometimes I don't. And I feel like this person's very clear about like their expectations, the things that they want. I feel like they're not afraid to say no to you, right? I feel like they're not afraid. I feel like this person has a backbone, unlike this past person, clearly. You know, again, I feel like this past person, the funny thing I'm getting about this past person is like, I think there are realizations that you're going to have over time where you're like, oh my God, that person was a freaking disaster. You know, it's just like, just one of those things. I think maybe, you know, even as I'm saying this person had no backbone, I think you're like, huh, they didn't have a backbone. But so it's like very, you know what I mean? Like subtle things, kind of like creepy is what I get here. So maybe you're realizing that after a certain period of time. But I feel like this person has a lot going on that you're attracting, very active. With the Queen of Wands, you have You have this independence card. It's almost like I knew exactly what was going to come out, right, Leo? I feel this person's very independent. They do their own thing, but they're perfectly happy being with you as well. I feel like it's not like they're independent as in they're never going to want to see you. I feel like this person wants to marry you. You have the Four of Wands right next to it very clearly, and I feel like they're very committed as well, but they just have their own life, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like you're actually going to be way more interested in this person because they're not always hanging off your hip, like I said. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Charity card, very generous, giving person as well. Like I said, I feel like this person is very healthy. It's like they know how much to give. They know how to give. They don't overgive, all those things. So definitely a very, charity, generous person. With the Seven of Cups, you have this Vision card. Like I said, this person knows exactly what they want. So I feel like they're very clear on what they want, and it's you, plain and simple. I also feel that in life in general, you will notice that this person sees something and they make it happen. Like they see what they want before they actually go towards it. This is the Sun in Pisces. Could be a Pisces, but as I've been saying, I'm a Pisces, and Pisces has been all up in everyone's business. I don't know what's going on with Pisces, but like I said, I feel like I think the universe is giving Pisces a little bit too much root chakra energy, if you catch my drift here, Leo, right? So I don't know what's going on there, but there you go. But what I would say is I feel this person's very, very clear about their desires in love. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Staff card. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. There you go. Like I was saying, if you have a little creeper who's like trying to mess things up for you, I feel like you are protected. You also have this Fair Woman card. It says dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. It could be any gender. Again, in these general readings, I don't attach gender to these cards. So it could be any person that's coming in for you with that fair person card. It could be a fair person just in general. But I kind of feel like you're also protected. You have the Four of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Fool. Again, I feel what's unexpected is that someone wants to celebrate with you. I feel like this person will want to be with you, like, I think they know that they want to marry you. Again, this person, it could be very intuitive with that Pisces card. They might not be a Pisces, but they could just be extremely intuitive. And I feel like it's like they're the type of person, they see something, they want it, they get it. Plain and simple, right? This person is showing up as a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands on the highest vibration version of the Queen of Wands. To me, she's like a real go-getter. She sees something, she gets it. She doesn't care. She takes the risk. She's bold. She's assertive. She really goes for what she wants. And I feel like you're attracting that type of person, like a real go-getter. And again, that's a very attractive trait. Again, I feel like literally one thing that will stand out to you is that this person says something, like they're like, I'm going to go start this business. And like 2 weeks later, it's up, running, and successful, right? Or I'm going to go do X, Y, and Z. I feel like that's something that will stand out to you. Is they say things, they do it. And also what's more surprising is I feel like some of these things might be hard, that they say they're going to do, and they actually accomplish it. So real go-getter type energy. But again, I feel like this person sees you as like their person, plain and simple. You have this King of Wands. I partially feel like this is your energy. So I feel like you're showing up in a strong position, like a position of power and strength. A lot of success coming in for you here. But I also feel, again, what could be unexpected is that this person is interested in you. So there you go, Leo. And you have the Fool. Not really unexpected, the Fool, but I feel like you're going to be taking a leap of faith, towards this person in general. So there you go, Leo. Let's see what is going on for you here. With that Four of Wands, you have this Riches card. Could be creating a lot of abundance with this person. Again, I do feel like there's a major focus on people building and leaving a legacy. We're coming off of a time of restriction. We have Uranus and Taurus. I can give you a whole entire list of why I think people are very, very focused on, much more focused than they have been on building and leaving a legacy, creating long-term success. And that's kind of like what I feel for you here, is that you're creating long-term success, or you're, building something permanent with a person. You want something, it's kind of like you want the Ten of Pentacles. With the King of Wands, you have the Extremism card. Again, look at this. There's like a person shoving a note in the other person's face. I would be careful of past people, like I said. I don't really feel it's unexpected. I think you know about this person if that story is for you. But it's just something I would think of here with this energy. So there you go. With the Fool, you have this Intuition card. I haven't seen this card in this deck yet. It hasn't come out yet. So there you go. Really cool. I feel I like this card, number one. Number two, I feel like this person that you're attracting is extremely intuitive. I also feel like you could be getting intuitive hits, and that could be unexpected as well. Like maybe you literally have like visions of marrying this person like out of nowhere and stuff like that. And those are like very intuitive hits. So there you go, Leo. We're going to pull 3 yes/no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think your questions. But 1, 2, 3. For question number 1, are you kidding? 10 of Pentacles, I just talked about this. Yes, definitely yes. For question number 2, yes, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. And if you're asking about a dream, by the way, I would say yes as well. And for question number 3, you have the Lovers. Are you kidding? Definitely. This could be the person that's coming in for you, the person that wants to build the 10 of Pentacles for you as well. So love it. But thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.